Hi Divya, welcome
Hi,
welcome to this program. Grow your business. Uh, I'm super
thank you so much
excited
for
about
inviting
this. Um,
me
and
too.
sorry we got late. There was some technical issues that was happening. So
No problem.
um, thank you everyone for watching this as well. Today, of course, this program is about growing your coaching and training business, and we learn from people like Divya who have been very successful in promoting their program and actually um, creating an impact in people in various fields and at the same time earning from it as well. So, welcome Divya to this program.
Thank you
And
so much, Prosperity. You were the one of the first people who I came in contact with from InnerMost Shift Coaches, and it has been so wonderful staying in touch with you. Thank you so much for having me.
thank you. Thank you so much. So, in Divya is a software engineer, and of course, she will tell us about her journey of getting into coaching as well. But in her own words, how Divya describes herself is that she is someone who's passionate about helping others, and since childhood, she has been absolutely the one who gives away her toys to her friends, so that they can be happy, and their happiness just made her happy. And a feeling that inspiration to extend help to others is something that really kept calling to Divya. She's now a resilience coach, and it's the very fact that people forget how amazing they have been before the hard times caught up. She loves to remind them and show them that they can be happy all the time and grow faster than ever. So, Divya, what do you have to say about it? What does it feel like being a resilience coach?
Well, it's amazing. First, I had to learn on my own what does it mean to be resilient. And since childhood, of course, so many ups and downs comes throughout school, colleges, and being somebody whose father had a transferable job, so I had been moving a lot since my childhood. So, I mean, making friends, leaving friends, and going to different schools and starting all over again, that's where I learned to be resilient. Like, all right, this is no new school. All right, let's start again. So, without having any preconceived fear, which stops us even before we take one step. So, that has always been my strength.
Mhm.
And a few days back, in fact, I came in touch with a guy who was talking about how difficult his life has become, since his parent has put him into a boarding school. And since then, he had closed himself from, trying out anything new. And he has been blocking himself from so many amazing things that life has to offer, that his friends has to offer. But then a lot of times we trying to survive makes us close.
Yeah.
And that's where I come in. And I love, absolutely love the smile on their faces when they start telling me about how fun they were before the hard time came in and before any difficulty came in. And
Yeah.
just by them remembering so many things, like we say, revivification, right? So
Yes.
doing just that, they remember that, okay, this is possible, this is still inside me. And that's where, I mean, innermost shift has taught me this. Being an innermost shift has taught me this, that everything that I'm experiencing right now, even the image of something that I have of future, is still inside. And I
Yes.
can choose right now to experience it and make it my reality. And that's
Absolutely.
what I keep teaching or preaching and doing it on my own as well. And I have been resilient for a very long time, and I'm so happy. But it doesn't mean that I don't have difficult times. I don't need coach. I do need so much support in
Hmm.
all areas of my life. Sometimes it's difficult to even wake up in the morning, but then just about knowing that I'm doing this for somebody else and this cause is bigger than me. That's what
Yes.
keeps me going, and that's what resilience is about. So I love this job.
That's absolutely amazing, Divya, to hear you say that.
Thank you.
When you say this cause is bigger than me, and just like being tied up to a purpose or a cause or whatever you call it, it really helps in making anyone more resilient. So it's
Yes.
and of course the exercise that we learned in InnerMost Shift coaching about reconnecting and reviving everything from the past. So it all
Yeah.
helps. So, where do you get your clients from when you really talk about being a resilient coach? Um, where first of all, where do you get the strength or the conviction to get the clients?
So I don't go on looking for client. I didn't start off by looking for clients per se, but I
Hmm.
was looking to help. I
Okay.
was looking for areas where my friends were there and they needed some sort of support. So I
Hmm.
suggested them, sit with me like a chemistry call, and just
Hmm.
let's talk and let's see if this can be taken on ahead for a month or so. And if
Hmm.
you like it, then we can work out a plan, a payment
Okay.
plan or something like that. And that's where it
Hmm.
started when I finished my certification. And
Okay.
from there, they referred a lot more people. From there, lot many people came. And when
Hmm.
those people, I mean, when after some time, there is always a ceiling, and we have to break that ceiling and take another
Yes.
step. So
Yes.
after working on my friends, after helping them, I moved on
Hmm.
to the next step, which was social media. So then I
Hmm.
started giving value on my social media and made sure everybody knows my work. And my work, Prosperity, you there, right? Okay.
Yep. I'm here.
Okay. So my work has to show on the social media, which means in form of something to ponder upon,
Hmm.
giving them some topic so that they can think about something like, I am enough. This phrase
Right.
is so deep, and
Hmm.
making people think about this will make them question something inside them. And that's
Hmm.
when they started coming to me with those same questions which I asked. So
Hmm.
a lot of people said, what do you mean by I am enough? And
Hmm.
I was so, I mean, even though this phrase is so often used,
Yeah.
and so many mental health I don't know, campaigns are going on, still people are not enough aware of this phrase that I am enough. And
Yeah.
that's 4 to 5 people came in from that area, and then I started coaching them. And there were a
Hmm.
lot of people that can, so again, a new ceiling came in after this, after a few posts. And
Hmm.
then I created another post which said specifically that I'm looking for 3 to 4 people to coach on certain topics. And then
Hmm.
I listed the topics that I wanted to coach them upon, and
Hmm.
which I absolutely love. One is clarity, another is vision and goal setting. Oh, I love that topic. I mean, I have consistently achieved everything that I have set in my goals when I followed the innermost shift framework.
Hmm.
Mind blowing. And then there were a couple of more topics. And yeah, so 10 to 15 people replied over there. And then I
Okay.
put 5 people on hold, and then I took on 5 people. And
Hmm.
then, yeah, I mean, that part is still going on. And those people are still connected with me. And of
Okay.
course, again, the cycle starts. And then the first people I coached, those referred another few. And then
Hmm.
now a visibility has been created
Hmm.
that I am somebody who can help them. And
Right.
I love that fact. I mean, the ability to show somebody hope is something
Right.
that is priceless. So yeah, that's how I get my clients.
That's really wonderful, Divya. And the small takeaways that, if I can say, I have from this is every time there is a ceiling from anything that you are doing, just break that ceiling and move on and try something new, do something new, and then break
Yes.
again that same ceiling, and then because those ceilings will come every time you do something, right?
Right, and it has to come. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you will be stuck in one room. It has to come, and you have to see that ceiling. Okay, so my 5 clients are over. Now, what do I do? We have to
Okay.
actually out loud ask this question to ourselves, or
Hmm.
have this conversation with somebody in the group, or any coaches, any peer coaches that we have, and then we
Mm-hmm.
discuss something, and then we go on. And
Okay.
also, there is one major thing that I missed before, is supporting each other. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of my clients has come from other coaches, and I have given my clients to other coaches. So supporting each other in the
Hmm.
process is very important. And whoever comes as a prospect, whoever shows up of being interested in coaching,
Mm-hmm.
I have showed them path to you, of course, and I've showed them path to different things or YouTube videos where they can gather more information about it. And be absolutely generous. This is like my first thing. The major goal that I have is to reach and help out people. My goal is not about making money, although it comes up. I don't have to worry about that area, it shows up automatically. The only thing that I worry about is reaching more people and helping them any way possible, whether they come in for coaching or they come in to learn how to coach.
That's, while you are saying that your main goal or your aim is not really to earn money, I am sure our viewers will also love to know how much you have been able to earn from it so that it's not just all free. So,
Yeah,
where did you start when you had your first coaching session? And so, what has been your journey of earning in this as well?
it has been very good. So just to clear that air, that I don't do free sessions. I
Hmm.
I probably give like half an hour, 40 minutes free session maximum.
Okay.
From that,
And is
people
that with
convert
every
and they
client who comes to you?
not every client. So if somebody is already know this, if somebody already knows the area of life coaching, then I
Hmm.
don't have to give a demo session. If somebody is very new to this concept as well, then I have to
Hmm.
show something so that that person can see hope. If that person is
Okay.
not seeing hope, then he will not come to me, right?
Okay.
So I
Hmm.
have to talk to him and show that there is a way. So that showing the way takes
Hmm.
probably half an hour, 45 minutes, and then
Okay.
we take on some program. And
Okay.
so to answer your other question is, so I started off with, I had my first client, one of my friends. He was very supportive and he wanted to pay. He said कि तुम इतने टाइम से मेहनत कर रही हो, so I will not make you do this for free. I'm gonna pay
Hmm.
you. And I think all of us must have these friends. And in fact, yeah, so I started charging him 2,500 per session in the start, and then
Hmm.
now it all ranges. So the range is between same 2,500 to like 8 to 9,000 bucks per session.
Okay.
So that's
So,
pretty good for like starting, I guess.
yeah, and it's been only a few months since you started your coaching practice, right?
Right, like 6 months maximum. And
Yeah,
yeah,
because you did your coaching in the virtual sessions after COVID. So,
right, right.
right.
Yeah,
So, I think Divya did the training in April, right?
right. Yes.
Yeah. So, from April to now, yeah, that's been a very good journey. From 2,500 to 9,000 per session. It's really good.
Yeah,
I
and
am
I've completed
sure
around
that's very
150
motivating for a
hours.
lot of viewers as well. Hmm?
Sorry?
Yeah, you said something. How many times is
Yeah.
it?
So I've completed like 150 hours around of coaching
Okay,
people. Yeah.
150 hours. Great. But you also did a lot of practice session within the group
Oh,
as well, right?
yes.
So how did that
Yes.
help you?
Oh, that was I was bad in the start. Like I could not read the tools as it was written. I wanted to make it I mean in my own style from the first day itself, and I sucked big time. But then the group was so active and we were so
Yeah.
competitive in a good way that I guess there were 12 to 15 people.
Yeah.
And we had set up call with each and every one of them one morning and one night. So
Yeah.
my work used to start at 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So we used to do practice peer sessions in the morning 6 to 7. There was one
Hmm.
girl from Africa, and we used to
Yeah.
practice from 6 a.m. to 7,
Yeah.
and then in the evening 9 to 10. So every day for 2 months we practiced like anything, and it helps so much. Now I just keep the framework in front of me and I remember everything else.
Absolutely.
So I make
Absolutely.
sure I keep that framework in front of me so that I don't skip any step. But then, I mean, those practice sessions is so important in the start, and then eventually I created my own style in that, and we
Hmm.
don't have to follow like 100% of it. I mean, I don't follow 100% of it, but then in the start I used to. And
Yeah.
so now I know when what question has to be asked to get the right answer. And that creates so much energy. You can see that I'm jumpy right now. I'm
Absolutely.
so
There's so much
excited.
energy in your face right now. I think even the
Yeah.
practice sessions, you're just talking about the practice sessions, I think there is so much confidence and so much just familiarity that you get with those tools and techniques that you just
Yes.
don't feel like it's something new that you want to try on something else. So
Very true.
I think that's really very important as well. And apart from the fact that your friend actually paid you 2.5K, 2.5 thousand per session, what was the biggest compliment that you have got as a coach? What was the biggest achievement for your client? Or maybe you
The
can take that as two
biggest
questions as well.
Okay. So the best thing that anybody has told me is that I did not imagine this was possible for me.
Hmm.
So there was this guy who came in and he had lost money, he had lost his um, girlfriend, he has lost a lot of other things. And then we worked for like 2.5 months around, and then
Right?
things shifted so beautifully. He got called upon, so this was all during lockdown. And
Mm-hmm.
so this guy he had been applying to so many companies for so long, and then after we started working together he got offer from 4 companies, and 4 very good companies in Pune.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to be married this November,
Mm-hmm.
and he has found the love of his life. And I mean, everything is so amazing right now in his life, and I'm so happy. And he said to me that I know that you will be there for me. And that was so touching, because I will be there for him, and I will be there for all my coaches for forever. So I know what that means. I mean, it's so touching. And I know you, Sat sir and Siri ma'am also say the same thing, and I feel it. And I know you guys are there for me. So, yeah.
Thank you. And I completely know the feeling when a client just crosses over and just creates that kind of a leap, I would say, or the shift
Yes.
that happens within the client for the client to be able to actually move forward and do something so
Yes.
meaningful. It's really, really beautiful.
Yeah. And there was
Um,
one more thing that I wanted to share. I hope it's okay. So there were a lot of times when I didn't know how to solve this problem, and my thinking used to be like, "Oh my God, what am I gonna do about this situation?" Because when I didn't know the answer, I kept questioning myself, and then immediately I came to the part where we learned that I don't have to know the answer; he has to know
yeah.
the answer. So I just have to
Absolutely.
ask the question.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
this has happened 3 to 4 times, and I went to my own circle where we are used to giving advice so much since our childhood, because everybody
Mm.
keeps giving advices around us and they think it's
Mm.
the best thing, but it's not. I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, the framework is so beautifully created that whether I know the answer or not, even I'm shocked and I get breakthroughs during those sessions, and it's so
Yes. Yes.
beautiful.
I think that's one of the most beautiful thing about coaching. We sit in the session to help somebody else, but in the process we get so much help ourselves, it's
Right.
truly amazing.
Yes.
And plus, one of the very important things which you just mentioned is uh, a lot of time we as coaches forget that we do not have to know the answers. Our expertise really lies in asking the questions, being in the presence or creating the presence, and helping the
Yes.
other person realize the answers by themselves. So I think that's so beautiful. I absolutely love that part of coaching. If we just remember that, we
Yes.
can be better coaches, all of us.
Absolutely.
So, Divya, while you said you went on social media and you approached your friends as well, um, what framework did you use to approach them? Did you tell them, like, did you use the seven eyes framework? Did you tell them that this is what I can help you with? Because, like, one of the social media posts that you created, it was really very specific. I am looking for 3 to 4 people on specific topic, clarity, vision on purpose, and everything else.
Yes.
So, what approach did you use every time when you went and got a new client?
So I started thinking in the way that my clients would be surfing on the internet. So
Hmm?
people, like we learn, people are sleeping and they're comfortable in their own space. So
Yes.
by knowing that, I cannot expect them that they will read something like I'm a life coach and I can help you.
Yeah,
This will not make them open their eyes and look for help. What
absolutely.
will catch their attention is telling them specifically, if you have
Hmm.
something to offer, if I'm a resilience coach, then I
Hmm.
can tell them that I understand you have been through something. So this
Right.
statement will make them think about if they have been through something.
Yes.
And then the next statement, so this is the hook part. And when the
Right.
hook is created, when the person has stopped on your post and is thinking about something, then you move to the next thing where you ask them to take an action. Then you tell
Hmm.
them, then I'm the person, I can
Yeah.
help you get back up and move fast towards your goal.
Okay.
So this, first I made them realize the problem, and then the
Hmm.
next was I showed them that I can help them achieve something.
Okay.
So this was my approach. So when I said I'm looking for specifically 3 people, that created urgency because they
Mm-hmm.
thought there are slots only open to for 3 to 4
Three or four
people.
people. But if
Yes.
I get it right, before you put this post that there are slots available only for 3 to 4 people, you had already done a lot of content sharing in terms of the similar post that you shared. You have been through a lot. So it's not just
Yes.
giving gyan or sharing a lot of wisdom. It's actually getting to their place and thinking what they have been through, and then coming back and saying that okay, it's like almost empathizing with them. Am I right?
Yes. Yes. Very true. Spot on. Empathizing is very important and making sure that they know that there is something important that is happening here. So stay and see
Mhm.
see what I have to offer.
So how
And
many
we have to
courses?
constantly show them. We have to
Yes.
constantly show that I'm here for you. And I'm the person who you can reach out to, and I'm always going to be there. And like creating that space for them where they can think and question. So me asking a question will create some sort of thought process in them, and then empathizing. And a lot of people will comment also. So not ignoring those comments also, reaching out to them,
Mhm.
replying them back, saying thank you,
Right.
and I know that you have been through a lot. So why don't you try this out, or why don't
Mhm.
we do a quick session? And
Right.
in that case, I will not be expecting any extra charges for 5 to 10 minutes talk, because
Mhm.
that is solely to show that person that I'm actually there. Because when I
Mhm.
involve money, that will create some sort of commitment, and people are very afraid of commitment
Right. So then you
before
keep
they
these
even see
calls
the
very
value.
short as well. You do not extend these calls to be let be a 1 hour call. You manage to keep it a very short, let's say 5 to 10 minutes call, like you just said.
Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes call. If that person is coming through social media, if a
Right.
person has actually connected to you through some, I don't know, even in your messages he has come
Mm.
in, or he or she has come in through the
Mm.
messages stating exactly what his problem is.
Mm.
Then you can go on and do a 30 minutes to 40 minutes call.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
like a chemistry call, that's all.
That's a
And
different
then
thing.
we'll do a plan.
Okay. So how many social media forums are you currently on? And is it absolutely important to be on all of them? Because there are really n number of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very sure of this answer right now, but then
So
I'm
just
on.
from your experience.
Yeah. So one place that I saw was very genuine and very good was LinkedIn.
Hmm.
And a lot of genuine people came in through that area. And a lot of, in fact, a lot of workshop requests also came in from there. So
Right.
if we are a life coach, if we are any sort of a coach, then we can get even workshop request on the social media, and that will come from creating value on the social media. So LinkedIn is very important, never skip that.
Okay.
And nowadays Instagram and Facebook, not a lot of people have come in from Facebook, but
Mm-hmm.
I have not really reached out to people on Facebook yet. I've not
Okay.
been able to create that time. But then LinkedIn is very important. Most of them have come from LinkedIn.
So is it safe to say that do on one platform at a time, but do a very good work on that platform instead of spreading your wings and not being able to do justice to any one of them?
Yeah, I mean, if we have like half an hour a day to spend on social media, or if we have been doing multiple things, then yes, put all your effort in one place, in one social media. I would say go for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the safest and the best platform, and the most genuine content is over there. So
Mm-hmm.
reach out to people over there, create posts, and the more posts we create for people to actually get value from, the more LinkedIn will create media for you. The LinkedIn will create space for you, and your post will go into trending and everything. So LinkedIn is very important. I mean, I'm repeating that again. Yeah. So LinkedIn.
So while LinkedIn is the platform, I would say value creation is also very, very important. I mean, unless and until you're actually creating
Yes.
the value, you're actually giving insight to your end client, then it will really not work. So it's not just about posting something, hey, come, I'm a life coach. That really does not work. You
Oh
have
no.
to
No, it
really.
will never work because people will run away. उल्टे पाँव से भाग जाएंगे. If you are if you are just going and saying कि I'm a life coach, come, I will coach you, never works. Like never. So create some value, and then after fight and post, then tell them that this is the area where I am competent in. If you are looking for something, then feel free to reach out, because I
Mhm.
can genuinely help you, and I genuinely care about you. So put
Okay.
something which is very genuine and adding value to them.
Okay. That's good. So you also, in the midst of the lockdown, you also got some corporate training as well.
Yes.
Right? So you're a corporate trainer, and Divya also says she's a professional listener. Right? So we'll come back to
Yes.
that and talk more about it. But how was it getting the corporate training that you got?
So, so I have
And
been
also,
wanting to be a.
sorry, please continue.
Go on, go on.
So I just want
Hello, hello, hello. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna call Prosperity. So her system has restarted for the fifth time. Let's give her a quick minute.
Okay, I am back. Sorry.
That's okay.
Lots of laptop problems. Tell me.
So I
So,
forgot the question, in fact, actually.
yeah. So, what we were talking about is you getting corporate trainings. You got some corporate trainings as well during the lockdown, right? So,
Right.
how was it
Yes.
getting those corporate trainings? And also, how did your training as becoming an InnerMost Shift coach, how did that help you in delivering these trainings as well?
Hmm. So I have been wanting to do corporate trainings for many years now, but then there was no doors opening somehow. And then, so the first thing that I figured was I have to tell people that I can also do that. So
Yeah.
putting that on social media that I'm open to do that work as well. So
Yes.
yeah, I put up in the so I did that Dale Carnegie train the trainer also long
Mm.
back, like 5 years. It's almost been 4 to 5 years, and then
Yeah.
putting that up and putting my favorite topics on which I can talk on. Now it's not like I have to be absolutely prepared on that topic, but that is the first step I had to do. So
Mm-hmm.
we get a I mean I was so afraid of putting something on social media when I was not ready, but that is one of the first step. So just forgetting everything, putting everything aside, and just typing on LinkedIn that I can also do corporate trainings on such and such topic. So I put
Right.
resilience as one of the topics, and then I put focus as one of the topics, and there was a couple of more.
Mm.
And that's when, because I had already put it on social media, then I started preparing. Ki, what if tomorrow somebody pings me and asks me, I wanted to do corporate training on this, I want to do a 1 day workshop on this, then what will I say? Then
Mm.
I started collecting, you know, a lot of my data, and then
Yeah.
yes, of course, I had put my life coaching experience on that as well. And number one thing is never lie. I have not
Mm.
lied on social media, so tell this to everybody very specifically. Never lie on social media because people see through you. So,
Mm.
very strategically, I had put all the things that I can do. Anyone can see my LinkedIn profile and see everything is put together meticulously so that viewer can scroll down and see everything very specifically that I can do.
Mm.
So I had put
Mm.
all the topics that I can train or do workshops on, and I had collected all the tools that I can take up on in a 3 day workshop. And then I created my
Mm.
own workshop, and I created the topics that I can coach people on, and then put everything
Right.
together. And that's when I started creating posts. So post
Mm-hmm.
around that area on which I am good at, and then from that
Right.
post a couple of people reached out that I so lockdown period everybody wanted to be resilient. So
Absolutely.
the number one topic was to so one person came in from a company. She said, why don't you coach our people on being resilient? And then we worked upon
Mm.
the details later on, and then I got two work order from that company itself. So that was good, and
Mm.
that's when I created detailed data and detailed content on those topic. So yeah,
Mm. Mm.
first
Right.
of all,
Right.
opening my door so that I can show people that I am available to do that job. That is the first thing, and we forget to do that so often.
Yeah, it's like having a diamond in your house and not telling anyone about it. You cannot do anything about it. You cannot wear it to a
Right.
party. You cannot sell it. It's just there
Yes.
somewhere in the cupboard. So you
Right.
can keep it forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the beautiful thing about any of this is the more we give, the more we grow into it as well. So it's really very very important. Um,
Yes.
so just very quickly a few last questions. Um, you mentioned right now about first noting down what is it that he wants to give, right? So be it training on focus, be it training on clarity, or anything else. A very interesting thing in this is Normally, people talk about creating a niche as per the target audience, but you have actually created a niche as per the subject matter expertise that you want to give, right? So, how did that
Yes.
happen? Did it just happen, or did you put some thought into it?
So, well, I'm not 100% sure that this is going to be niche, this is going to be my niche forever. But then for
Hmm.
now, I chose this niche because my clients I thought would be like me, and I want to support people who who is struggling like I did a few years back.
Right.
So the professional listening thing also came in from that, because I did not have people to listen to me, and that's when I started to listen to people more, so that that is created around me,
Okay.
that
Yep.
listening thing is created. And that's
Mm-hmm.
so when I noticed, I look back through my time till now, and I saw I faced so many things. And this I
Mm-hmm.
mean, this call is very short to talk about all those things, but then
Yes.
seeing all those things and knowing that I got up every time through, I don't know, through poetry, through food, through music, through just listening, and through just sitting with myself in a room and just pondering upon my upon all my thought process. So just
Right.
doing that created a lot of resilience in me, and that's when this word in fact came from the first module itself. So yeah,
Yes.
from the first module of InnerMost Shift Coaching. So I thought, yeah, this is the perfect word for me right now. And through the time, we'll see if it changes. Then it's okay. We'll change it. Not a problem.
Absolutely. Change is something that can happen only with time, but it's very important to know what you want to give to the people right now. And when you know what you want to give, I think you automatically sound more authentic in that. So you know,
Yes.
you attract those clients. If you want to give everything, then one day your post is about focus, the second day about its building business, the third day is about something else, and it's just
Yes.
lost. So
Yeah.
when you said, when people scroll through your post, they know what they are seeing, so they see a pattern in it. So I think that connects the people over there.
Yes. Yes.
And how important it is to leave a way for people to contact you whenever you're posting anything. So I, your website is higher than us, right? So
Yes.
how important it is, why higher than us, and also how important it is to leave details of how people can contact you, be it a phone number, an email address, just DMs, or a website.
So it's very easy to confuse people, but then showing them exact way, if we are walking up the mountain, then if there is a definite path, then people will know that somebody has walked in from here before, and I can also walk from here. So showing them that this is the path is very important. If I don't show that,
Hmm.
then people will not take any extra effort to create that path. At least
Right.
90% of them will not. They will
Hmm.
not try to find my LinkedIn ID or then message me. They will not try to find my Instagram handle and then message me. They will directly want to contact me. So I have given my phone
Yeah.
number. Yes, a
Hmm.
lot of spam comes in. I will not deny
Hmm.
that. A lot of proposals have come in. I will not deny that. But then I can just block them, right? I mean, being a girl, this has been such a struggle, I tell you. And putting my number on the website was so difficult. But then I
Yeah.
created, and I thought to myself, okay, resilient, we have become resilient. So what will I do if somebody is trying to, spam or do some funny thing? Then I'll just block them. Big deal. They don't have my address, or even if they do, we'll figure it out. So we'll figure it out
Yeah.
as things go on. But then creating a way for them to connect to me directly is very important, because the easier you make it for them to connect to you, um, the faster they will connect to you. If I create a longer path, then they will think to themselves, and in that thinking process they will lose that state. So we also talk about state in InnerMost Shift Coaching.
Yes.
So yeah, losing, I mean, being in that problem statement is also very important for them to be able to connect to me in that state of mind. If they're not, then they will think, okay, I will talk to her day after tomorrow, and then day after tomorrow
Yeah,
they'll be fine. They'll be again comfortable in that problem. So yeah.
absolutely. I think it's the problem state along with the hope state that you give to them with all the
Yes.
value that you have
Yes.
in the contents that you share. Um,
Yes.
So, thank you, Divya, so much for being with us. As Divya has shared, she is a resilience coach, and on her website, higherthanus.com, you can find everything that she does and contact her for anything more that you want to know about marketing or about hiring her as a coach as well.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you so
Divya.
much, Prosperity, for having me. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.